sir. I'm I get ready. Yes, sir.
Thanks.
All right. So what's this? This is 23, I think. 22?
Yep.
You sure?
I'm positive, bro.
Come on, fam. I think you can't spell lie without the G, and I'm gonna tell you why, bro. Because he said he's supposed to come back to the spot, and he did come back. What do you call that?
I couldn't hit fellas night without no ball or karaoke without no ball head, no fresh body. So it's only right. You know what I'm saying?
He wearing a hat the whole time.
No, I was bald because I had plans on singing Joe, so I had to make sure my bald head was fresh. You feel me?
But he always try
You know what I'm
to
saying, BJ?
I get it.
It all makes sense.
he always try to get a haircut at like midnight and be like, I'm gonna be out by 1 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, everything closed at like 1:30. You ain't gonna make it.
True.
But yeah, all right. So we got episode 22. I threw in my good shirt for this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got Hysyde in the building, man. This is certified game.
My spot.
Talk that's real. Game that is official.
Mm-hmm.
I'm your host, the world famous original picks. To my right, I got G, short for Jesus, or Joe.
What it do, man? I'm excited about this one, man. I got my guys in here.
Yes, sir. To the left, we got the owner, the chef.
Co-owner. Yes.
Co-owner, the chef. Thanks for correcting me too, because I'm gonna give you all the credit, man. Not you all the credit,
don't
but
do that.
I'm gonna give you your praise, your flowers, like you
Definitely.
deserve, man. We got BJ in the building.
What's up? What's up?
And to the left end, we got the manager of the spot, making sure everything's run right.
Yes, sir.
Run a tight ship over there,
Mr. Cole.
You know what I'm saying? He do a little bit of everything: bartend, bar back. He be on the grill, everything.
He do everything.
Bottle boy, all that, yeah.
Everything.
You the glue guy.
Marcus, man, what's up, man?
Man, what's good?
How you doing, bro? Shit, man. So, how was your week, man?
This week.
Them clips was going crazy last week.
Yeah, they was.
Man.
I'm gonna tell y'all about my week real quick before we get started. So I work for the postal service, right?
Okay.
Why you keep trying to hold my hand, man?
Ain't nobody worry about you, bro.
They gonna see it on the camera too, cause
Go ahead.
that's the
Don't
second
start
time you
that.
touch my hand, man.
Nah, but look, I work with some crazy people, right? I know y'all deal with craziness a lot.
All the time.
You know what I mean?
Public.
So look, I don't know if this is this crazy. So how about I'm at my job, right? I'm coming into work. There's a whole story lined up from when I come in. Somebody at my job took a shit inside the building, and somebody stepped in it. And the guy that did it got escorted out in the handcuffs by the cops, bro. Wow, this shit I ever seen.
Was he getting
So he
fired
pooped
or
on
like
the
what's the
floor?
story behind it? Like
On the
like,
work floor, bro.
he just couldn't
Like
hold
in
it
the
type.
bathroom?
I don't know. I was off. On the where everybody work out on the machines. They call them DBCS machines. You know where they process the mail.
So he pulled his pants down and did it.
That's what I want. I wasn't there, but
I used to work there. They got the little carts.
you know how
what I
the
mean?
DBs is.
You could set it up like if you had to go like and you couldn't make it.
They said this was in the middle of the floor,
No, that's
and somebody stepped in that shit.
That's crazy.
I would have lost my fucking mind. Yo.
Like they ain't like people ain't got no awareness. Like you ain't see that. Like I look down when I walk, but my peripherals are real good. I can see a little
I mean, but
everything.
my thing is, we all adults, bro.
You could have went to the bathroom like
You know when you gotta go take a shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So I had
But
a
you would
wild
be
week.
surprised what people do.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, on purpose, by
Yup.
mistake,
Yup.
whatever.
Yeah.
You will be very surprised what people do.
You ain't
We see
lying.
a lot in those bathrooms.
Yup.
man. Even in the bathrooms.
Yeah.
You see a lot of them.
Y'all ever had some crazy shit? What
Yeah,
happened in the
somebody pooped
bathroom?
urinal.
Yeah.
I think you told me that.
Yeah.
This was like last week.
Yeah.
Nasty.
yo. No, I never forget. Yo, we was there Sunday. I think it might have been like at the end of summer, like when it was still nice outside. We behind the DJ booth with Coles.
Yeah.
And we just chilling over there, but we hear a loud knock, boom, 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 boom. They're like, oh, damn, nigga must got a shit, like, because he is banging on the door so loud, like, we had to stop the music, like, damn, Stanley, we
Oh,
like,
yeah, I
made a big
remember
joke
that.
about
Yeah.
it. It was funny as hell, but yeah, no, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I ain't, my week be crazy, like, I work 2 jobs for real, so I work at the gym in the morning, and then Then I shoot over to the hospital. I ain't gonna say which one. People be, stalking me.
Oh, okay.
So, but
A little stalker, huh? What you say?
little people, you know what I mean? I don't want nobody just pulling up on me, but you see me anywhere. And but
Okay.
yeah, no.
Nobody
So
stalking you, man.
long week. I start my days 4:30 in the morning to I end them at like 10 at night. So and then I do it all again like the next day. So yeah, I mean,
And you're a
Right.
dad.
and I'm a dad.
Yeah, so that's you got
I
3
forgot
jobs,
I was
man.
a dad, man.
You got
God
3 jobs.
damn.
To a girl too.
How you forget you a dad, bro? It's like, what you want?
She had a little sleepover last night. It was cute, but I was like, I'm tired. Like, cause the week was long, but like it was cute. It was fun. We went to the store.
That's what's up. I had the opportunity to meet your daughter at the
a
at the
couple of
Christmas, the
joints.
Santa thing
Yeah,
that we had.
She's real like bougie standoffish,
She's
but she's
beautiful.
cute.
Oh,
She's
no,
cool.
she
yeah.
all of that.
Yeah, yeah.
As she should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah. How was
Well-
y'all week this week?
You want me to go? Okay, well, I'll go.
Yeah.
You know, so my weeks is always crazy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
be honest with you. I have let me see. I have Hysyde Lounge, the Lunchbox. I have Excellent Care Professionals. I got All About You Realty. I got my Airbnbs, and I have
Yeah, run
I
it
bought
down.
a place out in Aliquippa. It's called Dim and Nails. And so we're reconstructing that. Shout out to Aliquippa. That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quip
Quip
Town.
So Quip Town. And then so I also I have part owner in a CPS business too, which we take people out in the community that have intellectual disabilities.
Okay.
And we take them out in the community and get them acclimated with their community. So
Okay.
I have literally 7 businesses.
That's fine.
So, and, and I got a family too. So
Yeah.
definitely,
Yeah.
I'll be
It get
busy.
hectic,
Yeah.
busy.
This week I lost. We buried one of the people that's really important to me. I don't know if you guys know Percy Kinney, but I used to have a salon called Ambiance Hair and Nail Gallery.
Okay.
For 15 years. And his daughter came up under me, Persia Kinney, and he's always took care of us. I started that when I was young.
Yeah.
And he passed away, and we buried him today. Actually,
Oh,
was
wow.
the funeral
Sorry
and
to
the
hear that,
repast
yeah.
and everything. So that's where I'm coming from. I had to
Condolences.
Condolences, man. Hell
Thank you.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
So, but shout out to him, Mr. Percy. He took care of us. We called him Shop Pop.
Okay, yeah.
And
shout out to,
right there on Federal
Mr.
Street,
Percy.
we was one of the first businesses on Federal Street after they tried to kind of reconstruct it,
Yeah.
So all of everything was it's still going on, but everything
Yeah.
was really, really still going on. And he took care of us, man. Like he really, really looked out for us, and that's why we called him Shop Pop.
Yeah.
So it's been a rough week because trying to put him in the ground and make sure everything was right with that,
Yeah.
and support my sister and friend Persia as well,
Absolutely.
and her sisters and her mother. It's just been a rough week, but
Yeah.
that's what happens, right?
Yeah,
When
absolutely.
when you living, you go through things and you have to keep on pushing.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
And, that's what makes us strong.
Yeah.
Right?
Gotta keep
Love,
going, man.
Love, strength, and prayers to the family.
I
for sure.
appreciate that.
Definitely.
Definitely,
Yeah, absolutely.
definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, no doubt.
My week, I tried to chill out this week because I feel like my body's catching up to me.
We getting old, bro.
Ain't never no chill. Like you think you want to chill, but like ain't never no chill.
We getting
It's
up
just
there,
like
man.
Getting up early every morning, taking my daughter to school, and my son, he's on his own now that he's older. So,
Yeah. What up, Cal? Yeah.
But yeah, it's just that. Just picked up another hotel that I work at on call here and there.
Same place?
Nah,
Different hotel.
downtown, yeah.
Okay.
So you ain't out
We
to
trying to
join
get
the
them out
Oakland
of
no
that,
more?
though.
I'm still there
Oh.
in Oakland too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm gonna tell you something, man. We didn't realize that we needed. We realized that we needed a manager, but when you first open up a business, and honestly, with Hysyde, we always thought when me and my sister Samara bought Hysyde, it was Chris's Cantina.
Yeah.
And if anybody ever been in there, you might see 15, 20 people at a time.
Yeah.
That's what we thought we were, purchasing. We bought it. She come from corporate, corporate world. She's a accountant.
Okay.
And
Oh, yeah.
she's excellent at it, and she's an accountant, and I do what I do. I just already told you guys what I
give us
do.
a rundown,
And
yeah.
I had the salon at the time, and I was already coming into retiring from doing nails because I did it for so many years.
Wait, time out. You did it. You did the nails yourself?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yo.
I'm a nail tech. Everything I got come from that.
Oh, that's
No cap.
crazy.
Look,
That's
everything
what's
I have.
up.
I
was
want
like
to.
the
I want to
base.
get into it because
You told me that. Yeah,
I wanna
that's
get into it.
crazy.
Everything I have is from that. Literally.
So I'm an artist
so it's-
and everything. So I
yeah.
want to get into that too because I know sometimes like the girls get a little problem with the girls and be like,
Oh,
yo,
yeah.
y'all be playing. I be like,
Listen, let me tell you
that's another
something.
way to get some money, man. Like,
Listen,
I'll
let me
paint
tell
the
you
nails.
something. I didn't even know how to do nails.
Yeah.
I had clients before I knew how to do nails, just because I think the interaction between a man and a woman
Yeah.
is a little bit different.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just like my skills on catering to people, I
Absolutely.
think that like
Carried over,
resonated
yeah.
with, them.
Right.
And, I just really understood the business and I understood how I needed to treat people. And it really worked out for me in a good way.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, going into buying Hysyde, we always thought we were going to serve 15, 20 people a day, have a couple of bartenders,
Yeah.
maybe a cook or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we thought it would go.
Yeah.
And honestly, the support from the community, our employees, and really, honestly, I have to say the customers, like the support from the community, and not just the Northside community, the
Everywhere.
community from all over, really, honestly, just overwhelmed us. You know,
Yeah.
and it still is overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and as we're growing and making changes, it's still overwhelming.
Right.
Shout out to all of the people who came before us, our eons and our, we know Mike and them over there, and we also know Jamie Younger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For Youngers.
Shout out to
he's
Youngers.
Like he's like a father to me. He definitely, is a great mentor, and other restaurants and people around that, we have looked at and seen do this,
Right.
before. We just tried to kind of, just get into it and kind of be authentic.
Yeah, absolutely.
As much as we could be. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? We tried our hardest. And I think, with us, we just want people to come and have a good time. That's our biggest thing.
Yes.
Our biggest thing is for people to be safe, come in, have a good time, learn how to vibe, even when it's a crowd, even if it's somebody in there you don't care for, get you a drink, get you
Yeah.
something good to eat. Why can't we just have a good time?
You'll be
You
all right
know?
after that. Trust me.
Hey, and we do. And we
I
do.
know. Wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
It literally has been overwhelming, for us, and we like I said, we appreciate it, man. We
Yeah.
appreciate the support from our family, from our friends, from our work, our employees and the community.
Yeah.
Because you can't do it without
Without the
any of those
community.
people.
And, yeah.
the
Goddamn right.
community, and definitely any of your employees.
Absolutely.
The employees
Right,
is like
top notch.
top.
And they got to be good ones,
Listen,
and you got to
right.
and you got a whole
And
good,
we are very,
great team.
very
You got a
funny
really
about
great
that.
team.
We don't
Yeah.
bring a lot of people in and everything like that. We just don't. And I just really appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
And the support is overwhelming. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. And even sometimes, when you come from nothing, and then you have these businesses and they're succeeding, and it takes people for them to succeed.
Right.
It's not, you can't just succeed on your own.
Right.
You have to have people.
Yep.
Yep.
People have to support you.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
the outcry of the community supporting us.
Absolutely.
And I hope, just to they continue to support us even as we grow, as we learn, as we change things, as we see, oh, this don't work, or this is what keeps people the safest.
Yeah.
Because people think you just make
do
rules
it.
up and you just want to make them up.
Right.
No, that's not why we make them up. We make them up because it's what's keeping us safe.
Safe.
Yeah.
So, we are hard at the door,
Yeah.
with the scanning the IDs and making sure, because we got to.
Got
Right?
to,
That's
yeah.
what they asked us to do, so we can stay open.
Absolutely.
They want to make sure they know who's in the building. They want to make sure they know all of these things. So it's very important to us. My sister Samara is big on safety. She's
Yeah.
like,
Shout out
it
to
gotta
her,
be-
man.
Samara's all of that. She
Yes, she
said,
is.
listen, safety, safety, safety. So security, she's on the phone.
Yeah.
Her and Marcus is on the phone making the schedules up, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And it's really, really big for us, And, I'm in the kitchen just trying to make sure that the taste is right.
That-
You know what I mean?
That's what it's all
And,
about.
that's our that's our next biggest thing is making sure that food is where it needs to be at, you know.
It is.
And that's even overwhelming because we really only supposed to have a short menu.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we're a
So
bar.
you keep trying to
Right.
expand and
We're
then
a
grow.
bar,
And
so
then,
we're
yeah.
only supposed to have a short menu. And in my culinary background, I'm like, no, but we can do this with this too.
Yeah.
And we can do this with this
That's
too.
what creative juice
And
is
we
flowing.
can do
in that
this
fuck.
with this too.
And that's
Yeah.
dope how you how you add in like the flavors of the week with the
Yes.
wings and stuff like
Yes.
that. Trying new sauces, new flavors,
And
new
really the
spices.
flavor of the week, honestly, it came from me just wanting my cooks to kind of open up their horizons.
I was about to
Yeah,
ask you
You know
that.
what I mean? So I'm like, hey y'all, I want everybody to come out with a flavor of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do a flavor of the week. Let's make this fun a little bit.
So wait, do they come up with them on the fly, or they already had like
Something
things
what
like
I
already
did
slide
was,
out?
We definitely have to practice them.
Yeah.
Because I need to know what ingredients to get.
Right.
And sometimes being a small business, you're trying to use really what you already have to create something different.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Y'all do
And
got
so-
a distinctive taste
Yes.
to a lot of the
and
stuff
we're
in the menu.
trying
Right.
to make them kind of open up their minds to think.
Yeah.
So this one we was like, okay, whatever ingredients you need, we gonna buy.
Yeah.
And they did. They really tried hard. They worked at it for about a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Marcus will taste them, Samara will taste them, and say, nah, this is ready. All right, this is a good one. This is a
Yeah.
good one. This
Yeah.
is ready.
That's dope.
And with that being said, we just appreciate them even, trying to do it and everything like that because most of the things that's on the menu, really all of them, most of it I came up with. I came up with my own recipes, came up with my own thing, stuff that I wanted to do. And of course, you got your staples, right? Your
Yeah.
wing dust. That's just, you
Yeah,
got wing
yeah.
dust.
Right.
Your garlic parm, even though I feel like ours is a little bit different.
Yeah, you got-
add a little different something in
Yeah,
there
yeah.
to make
That
it a
high,
little bit
that's the high
different.
side
Yeah.
flavor. The high side flavor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
high side wing dust, all of those things. I come up with that stuff, but the cooks definitely, come through for me. They're my nephews, and we added a female to the team too, but my guys they hold it down for
Okay,
me. I ain't
that's
even
what's
gonna lie.
up, man.
They
Crazy
definitely
back there,
hold it
man.
down. It's crazy. It is. And it's so small. People don't know we're working with this little space.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They just see
don't
that
know.
window.
They just see the window.
They just see that
Head
window.
through.
Uh-huh.
It ain't much
Nosy.
behind that window.
Yeah. I mean, I seen
get
somebody
busy
try to
back
go in there
there.
one time, bro.
Get from back there.
Watch out, man. What you doing, man? my brother's back here, man.
Yeah. So it's real tight back there, but my boys they come through, man. They really, really do. And like I said, we added the kiosk, so now you can order on the kiosk.
Yeah, so yep.
Yeah, we ordered the online, so now you can order online before you get there. Hopefully, it's ready.
I think that was big. Yeah.
And it give you an ETA time. People come in
Man.
like it should be ready at 9:20. It said that's
see all these
ETA,
people?
That's
estimated time.
Right. I ain't the set in stone time.
If you walk in and see 100 people, that's
You know
estimated
that.
time.
There you go.
Yeah, man. You gotta add some little education and stuff, man. That's what I be doing up here, trying, teach them words and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I told them I frequent a lot of places I go to Hysyde, and
Right.
you know
And
what I
I
mean? These
appreciate
places
that.
I
Yeah.
frequent a lot of places, but you know what I'm saying? But
Outside of the spot.
Yes.
add some education to it. ETA, estimated time of arrival.
I had to teach you what that meant. What you talking about?
Bro, you lucky I ain't bring the book, man.
And
I
then,
was
of
gonna
course,
have us
we
read
got
a
our
paragraph
buzzer,
with
you know,
with the
when
buzzer,
you
yeah.
Talking to one of the pretty ladies.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
gonna give you a buzzer.
Those are at the bar.
When it go
Yeah,
off.
shout out to them.
Yeah,
Shout out my
hey,
girl
the
Shell,
bartenders,
Big
listen.
Shell and Little
What up,
Shell.
Shell Reed?
Listen.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hysyde
You know what I mean?
Star Tenders.
Star
Tender,
for
Nate.
sure.
Tenders.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Yeah, Miss Michelle.
Y'all.
You know, we
Big
got
Shell.
Nichelle.
Y'all.
Little Shell.
We got Rihanna.
Y'all.
Big Reed,
We
yep.
got Miss Lashana.
Yes.
We got
Uh-huh.
Keisha. And we got my girl Yana. White girl Yana.
Yeah. She served me the other
Yana-
day, man.
hey,
She
Yana-
nice.
hey,
Thursdays,
Yana,
huh?
hey, Yana,
She's a worker.
hey,
Yeah,
Yana
she's nice
get
with
them
it.
drinks.
Yeah, she do.
Listen,
She hooked me up one time.
Yana and that team been with us since we started.
Yeah.
The newest person is Lashana. And she's still been there for about a year and a half.
Probably Nation.
No, yeah, Nation. No, Nation is the newest. Nation's the newest. She is. But it's like she's been there forever, honestly.
Yeah.
You know.
Time
But
be flying.
time be
be flying.
She been there a year though, huh? Nation.
Yeah, because I came a little over a year ago.
Yeah.
And then her schedule was crazy, but kind of made it work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nisha's an entrepreneur as well. So, her schedule is crazy
Thank
and
you.
everything like that.
Yeah.
But, a great addition to the team.
Absolutely.
Great
Absolutely.
addition to the team.
Y'all actually switched up my Sunday fun day routine. Actually, my weekly routine for real. I come every once in a while,
Yeah,
but like,
right.
little older crowd, you know what I mean? R&B vibes, the vibes always hitting. This is where I'm going.
Sunday's
you know what I mean?
always in the
That's the
routine.
goals.
So You know what I mean? So, and then football season come around. I used to be like real strict on like my not strict, but like
Particular.
superstitious
Okay,
about where I
okay.
watch the game. If I
Okay.
go somewhere and
Got
watch
you.
the game and we win, I'd be like, man, if I go somewhere else and watch it, we're gonna lose. You know what I mean? So I just switch it up and you know.
We just got that new TV too.
Yeah, oh yeah. We just got to
Oh,
put a
today?
new TV up. Well, our other TV seemed like maybe it needed a break.
Yeah.
Stopped
for
working
2 days.
for 2 days. Then it started
Yeah,
back.
yeah, I
But
seen
we're
that.
like, oh yeah, no, we gotta go
Get
ahead
that
and replace
again.
that.
Yeah, I
thing.
told Marcus, I'm plugging it back in. It might work. It might work.
It's like, man.
That shit done.
Something break every
Yeah,
week.
but
though.
yeah.
Right,
Something
right.
breaking.
Right. So I got a question.
Okay.
Hysyde is a very distinctive name. How did you come up with the name Hysyde?
So honestly, if you look at how Hysyde sits in the city, right? Hysyde sits on the high side of the city. You can literally see the city.
Right.
So yeah.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that.
So
Okay.
Hysyde is come from where the Hysyde sits
Yeah.
and the way of the city.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
That's dope, yeah.
And it was named before we actually bought the building. It was, but we was.
Oh, it was
hoping to
already
be-
Hysyde before you got it? Or,
No,
oh, it was
no.
named something else.
It was
The
named
name.
something else, but the name, we had to come up with the name Hysyde before we actually found the actual
Place.
business.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So we were just hoping to be on the high side of town.
Do you ever
Oh, y'all are. Ain't no doubt about that.
what's your vision of how you said like you expected to only have about like 15 or 20 people, and with the crowds that you're getting and the new exposure that you're getting on a week to week basis, you ever think about expanding or maybe opening up like a bigger spot, not anywhere else, but just like add to like the high side?
honestly,
Yeah, like a
add
high
to
side, too.
side is probably not a thing. You guys know where we're located,
Yeah.
and the neighbors and different things like that.
Gotcha.
So I don't think that is a thing. Expanding and finding something bigger definitely is. We have talked about it, but you have to. That's just like money. You have to learn how to handle a little before you can learn how to handle a lot.
Right,
You
right,
understand
right.
what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And sometimes I think business moves too fast for people where they're like, oh, we need to expand because we had this many people and we did this and we did that. But we have to think about our Mondays, our Tuesdays, our Wednesdays, our Thursdays. We can't just think about Sunday.
Right.
We
Yeah.
can't just think about Saturday or
Right.
Friday.
Right.
We have to think about those other days. So with bigger buildings come more bills, come bigger staff. It's already hard to really keep a staff, but
Yeah.
especially in the kitchen.
Right.
Right.
Because that's hard work.
Oh,
So
yeah.
definitely that is something that is on the table and we all definitely is thinking about it. But we have to have the right recipe.
Yeah.
Hysyde happens so authentically.
Yeah.
And like I said, because we really me and my sister thought we were investing in something. Okay, we're gonna invest. We're gonna make, this much money. Where can you invest, even $400,000? Where can you invest that at
Yeah.
and make sure you might make $1,000 a week?
Yeah.
Nowhere.
Right.
You just can't do it. You can't put $400,000 in the bank and make $1,000 a week from it.
Right,
It's not.
right.
It just doesn't. You're not
Right.
going to get that kind of return.
Right.
So we're like, okay, we're going to invest this money, and we're going to get our little return. It's just going to be a residual return, and that's how we're going to work it out. And definitely, like I said, just the overpour of love from so many people from my other businesses and
Right.
Samara's background and my background, definitely pay off from us being genuine people and just
Right.
good people to our past businesses or past, relationships.
Right. Yeah.
So definitely that's something that's on the table.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
You heard it here
Yeah.
first.
Definitely that's something that's on the table, but we are trying to take our time.
Yeah.
Because even with how small Hysyde is right now, we definitely learn a lot every week.
Yeah.
Sometimes some of the customers teach us something. Somebody might say something about the menu, somebody might say something about a drink, and we learn so much every week from
Yeah.
everyone, including our staff, our family,
Yeah.
people and everything like that. So I think growth is important, but I think also taking your time to grow
Yeah.
Yeah.
is more important, right?
Yeah.
Because we want to stay in business.
Yes.
Right.
We don't want to get a big, huge building and now, we got 10 people because Hysyde ain't the hottest thing, next week.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know what I mean? Because we know that's how sometimes we move in Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, it's like, oh, I want to be into the.
you know how it go.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's how we move a little bit in Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is hot over here. Let's go over here. Or, oh, they do this over here. But we're doing what we do over here. And that's what we doing.
Yep.
We don't sell tables. We don't charge people to get in. That's not us. That's
Right.
just not what we do.
Right.
And people want us to do that, but we're a bar that love to serve food.
That's it.
And like to make drinks.
And that's
you
what-
understand?
Simple.
We're a bar, and that's authentically what we are. That's what we want to be. We want people to be able to come in their scrubs after work if
Yep.
they want to. Hey, if you want to get dressed up and come before a date, come on and come.
Yep.
If you want to be like this or like that, yin or yang, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Hysyde can be the place for you.
That's
You
how I
understand
be.
what I'm saying?
I come with my
Because you
postal
don't have-
uniform.
You literally do not have to be any kind. We want all people to be able to come, honestly. We really, really do. And sometimes people want to put the stigma on you like,
Yeah.
oh, y'all need to sell tables or oh, y'all need to sell. No, that's
No,
not
no,
what we
you
want to
doing
do.
too much
We
after-
need
yeah.
the average person to be okay with coming to Hysyde because
Yeah.
honestly, let's be real. We all like nice stuff. We might buy nice stuff or spend something out of our budget, but most
Yeah.
of us are just regular
Regular
people.
people.
And
That's
there's
damn
nothing wrong
right.
with that.
Right.
That's most of the world. That's how we're made up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some of us, some of us, do we get to be millionaires? Of course.
Yeah.
But some of us don't. And it's most of us
Most of
don't.
it.
Let me borrow 20,000. Sorry. I give it back.
Most of us don't, get to reach that level of, and I ain't even gonna say success because what is success? Success is not necessarily
it's all subjective.
Much.
Subjective, there you
It's
go.
all subjective, right? So your success might be, seeing your daughter graduate from, fifth grade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody's success is
Little milestones,
measured.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
milestones and success is measured so differently.
Yeah.
Sometimes in our community, we like to say, okay, what kind of car they driving? Okay, what kind of shoes they got on?
Yeah.
And that's how we try to measure success, and that's where we mess up.
That's where we
because
mess up.
that's not success.
Right.
And we have to be careful. We want to make sure we grow our business correctly.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure we take our time while we're doing it.
You're doing
right.
a damn good job of it. If
I
you ask
appreciate
me,
it.
So
man,
where-
I appreciate
Where
it.
you get your business savvy from?
Honestly, for real, honestly, I think just growing up in the hood, right?
Yeah.
Growing up in the hood, and then I ain't putting no business out there, but my family is they have been entrepreneurs in other ways.
Yeah. We know it. We know what you. We know we.
They've been entrepreneurs in other ways, and I think just honestly having respect. My stepmother, was real big on respect. And respecting others. And sometimes do we waver from that? Yes, we might have a bad day, and customer might even catch you on a bad day, or
Right.
you might catch them on one of their bad days.
Yeah.
And it might not be exuded the same exact way. But for the most part, I just try to treat people good, man.
Yeah.
And
That's
I try
it.
to,
Same.
I really try to treat people good. I really want to treat people the way I have been treated. And also, I'm going to be honest with you, the background of Hysyde is my sister Samara, her making sure the taxes is right, because that's important.
Yeah.
Making sure that those bills get paid on time.
Yeah.
Making sure that, the money, the leisures is right. Every night when Marcus is closing out, Marcus is as well. Hey, BJ, you got a tab? Where your money at?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He'll call in a minute like,
What's this?
he don't even care.
Perfect-
He don't
perfect
care that
guy
you
for the
owner.
job.
Yeah.
He'll text you. He'll text us like, "Hey, Samara, you left your food on the tab.
Yeah.
Hey, BJ, you left your food." So having it's a team that's making this thing run so good as a business engine.
Team is important.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. Hard work. Hard work too. Just sometimes you come to Hysyde and you're gonna see me in the kitchen.
Yeah.
When we first opened, I was in the kitchen all day,
Yeah.
every day.
I definitely seen you in there getting to it.
Yeah, and even now, tonight, if you come to Hysyde, I'm gonna be in my black pants and my Hysyde shirt, and I'm gonna be frying chicken with my teammates.
My
And
man.
that's just what it is.
My
you know what I
man.
mean? Because that's really what success is, and that's really what business is. You have to sometimes be okay with getting your hands dirty.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I do that with every business. When I wake up in the morning, you might see me at the lunchbox. You might see me at Excellent Care Professionals. You might see me having to take some sheets for the Airbnb to get clean. I'm everywhere, and I'm doing these things because that's what's important to me, and it's my passion.
Yeah.
People are my passion.
Yeah.
That's what it
And so
is.
I think sometimes we're trying to figure out how we can be this great business person, but for the most part, you have to get in there and you have to get your hands dirty
Touch the people.
and see what your employees is going through, right? Sometimes you can be more compassionate when you see what people are going through. I see how you smelling when you get home. You know, smelling like chicken grease. I literally got to get in the tub before I get on the bed. You know, because my whole bed gonna smell like chicken grease. You know what I mean? And so, you know, even with the bartenders, you know, they go home all sticky and everything like that. You know, they deserve every piece of, you know, love and support and outpour that they get because they killing it.
Look at this guy, so unprofessional and shit, man. That is crazy.
And it was Mike calling, he probably trying to, you know what I mean?
No, I got a question for my brother. I know you come from the hospitable background. You know, we've been best friends for 30 plus years.
The hospitality.
Don't worry about what I'm saying, man. Bring the book next week.
I'm bringing a book, man.
What you talking about?
Hospitality background.
I remember, you know, when we was younger, we worked at the hotel together. You know, you did, you know, the room service and stuff like that. I was right behind you. You brought me in. I say that to ask you, you know, you did privilege before you got to Hysyde.
Yeah.
Why Hysyde? What made you gravitate towards Hysyde?
So Hysyde was really the place that I started gravitating to prior to working there because I liked the vibe, got to know the bartenders. I really didn't get to know the cooks because I was like, hey, what's up? Boom, boom, boom. But more towards like the bartenders. I was like, this is always a vibe in here. Every day of the week, I would go. I'd be like, they got a DJ every day. Like, dang, okay, cool. Food, crazy. I'm just like, man, like this is the spot for real. And it was always chill, low key. Sometimes it was crazy, of course, because it gets packed sometimes. But it was always a good vibe. And I don't go nowhere where I get bad vibes.
Absolutely.
So as soon as I get a bad vibe, no.
Yeah, I'm out of there again. Two words. I'm gone.
Yeah. So with that, when I was managing Privilege, Samira and her husband actually came in. There wasn't nobody else in there. They popped in, and I was like, "You on Hysyde?" She was like, "Yep, I do." And then we just got to talking. Maybe like half an hour or something like that, just going back and forth with ideas and just talking. And she was like, sure, it'd be nice to have a manager.
She said that to you?
So I was like,
keep you in mind.
yeah, you'll put my credentials in
let
there.
me put that right in my pocket. So with that, and I kind of foresaw things that Privilege kind of going down in that sense from behind the scenes stuff. So I was just like, okay. Might have to use that ticket.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So then hit her up, was like, hey, I'm ready.
Yeah.
You ready?
That's good.
Blessing in disguise, man.
Listen, for real.
And it's been up ever
good
since.
to have good people to bring you in, to even have the opportunity to bring you in, or just to have that conversation. Like you said, it start with people. You want to be good with people, especially having a business. I know me, like you see me out sometimes. I'm like, you gotta kiss babies and shake hands all day, every day. Like you gotta be nice to everybody. You gotta be cool or cordial. You ain't gotta be best friends with everybody, but you just gotta be like a good people person, and that's a testament to you and y'all and the staff and the team and everything like that. So when there's an opportunity that presents itself, it's like, all right, cool.
It's one of the best things we could ever, the decisions we could ever made. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, when she called me and said, hey, I think, well, you know, we have somebody, because honestly, we have been looking for a manager, and we're so picky, and not because we're picky, like we're just the type of people that we really do want good people around us. Yeah. So if we like sense that something is not right, most of the time it's just not. You can't get close, especially me. I'm just not into it. Yeah. I just can't. I have too much going on. Yeah. And to have my circle be like mess with. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So Marcus off top. First time meeting Marcus as somebody who can be the manager, I definitely liked him. Actually, I thought it was like too good to be true. For real. To be honest. You ever meet someone? Oh, you had the suit on too? That boy was trying to. You ever meet someone? And you're like,
he oversold it.
No, it's not even. I'm just like, I can't this is too good to be true. I even told Samira, and this is real talk. I don't even know if Marcus know this. I was like, well, he can stay out there in front. Well, the kitchen, we good.
Yeah,
he can stay in the front of the house. He can stay, but now he be helping passing out food and stuff, and I'm so happy he helps because now the window just passing out food has became a task.
Right.
So even getting the help with him from that,
Yeah.
and you know just the way he talks to people, because sometimes if I'm doing it and I'm passing out food and they say something, I'm like, huh, what you say? And I'm like trying to think about what I got dropped down and everything, and you asking me for ranch, but you should have ordered ranch.
Yeah.
And, you know, and all of that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like a little frustrated. So it's nice when he comes to the window and he's doing it. You know, and Marcus is really genuinely, honestly, he's just a good person.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
You know, and that's really what it all boils down to. Marcus is just a good person. You know,
that.
and in that being said, I really hope that we can just grow enough to be able to keep him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he has talents. We all know that.
Yeah.
And one of his talents is just being a genuine person.
Yes.
Everybody loves Marcus.
Yeah.
Even when
Appreciate that.
something is going wrong, everybody loves Marcus. You
They
know
come-
what I
yeah, they
mean?
come to him, yeah.
And I think that is a testament of, you know, just the person that he is. And even, you knowing him most of your life, I'm sure, you can agree.
Yep.
That's just a testament of the person he is, and so I just, sometimes you just can't even thank God enough.
No,
right?
absolutely.
It's just like, I'm so happy and I'm blessed that he's on our team. Like I said, I hope that we can grow enough.
Yeah.
Because, you have to, people grow and they grow and they move on
Yeah.
and everything. I hope we can continue to grow so we can continue to keep someone like him or him on our team.
Right.
It's just so important for me.
That's what's
Yes.
up.
So we kind of touched on it a little bit earlier in the episode, like you said, how you met my daughter. Let's talk about giving back, like how you always like do something on these days. It could be like you said, Christmas. Y'all had the little
Yes.
Christmas thing,
Yes.
and y'all had the
Savings
thing where y'all
account.
had the funds for
Yes.
the trust fund thing for the
Trust
babies
fund.
and stuff
Yes.
like
Yeah.
that to put the money into the kids
Right.
and everything like that, and just a whole bunch of different things that y'all do all the time, sparingly here and there, and it's always good to give back. And we always bring the baby through
course.
to come through and show love and everything, because that's I talk about that, how you like giving back. Why give back?
Well, I mean, honestly, right? I just remember growing up in the hood, right? Growing up in the hood or growing up wherever you grow up.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think that we focus on too much of, people having fun and people doing this, but we really have to invest in our future.
Yeah.
And honestly, the kids are our future.
Right.
They are our future. So what we did on Christmas time, we're actually going to be doing that quarterly.
Okay.
Because the outpour, we put it
like
out
that.
there, and it went in 5 minutes. Was it even 5
I
minutes?
think it was like 7.
It maybe been 7 minutes. All of the spots sold out.
Yeah.
All spots.
And so that's something that we're doing quarterly.
Yeah.
So you'll see us around Easter time. We're not having no Easter egg hunts. We ain't doing nothing like that.
Yeah.
We're going to invest back into these kids.
You're right.
And if we start it and we can kind of educate the parents, right? And say, okay, well, instead of buying your kids Jordans every month, how about buy something a little bit cheaper and put some money away from them, right?
Yep.
Right.
Because we got our kids looking sharp, right?
Right,
Our
right.
kids is looking good. They the cleanest people on the earth.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What's under all that garment, though?
African American kids, brown kids is literally, they are the sharpest kids you want to see.
Yeah.
Down.
But when it comes down to when they graduate high school
Right.
and everything like that, what do they have?
Now what's next?
Now what's next?
Right.
What are we doing?
We trying to figure it out on
We
the
trying
fly.
to figure it out on the fly, and that's not okay.
No.
We have to learn how to change the narrative.
Right.
And I mean, it's not much, but what we can do, let's change the narrative,
Yeah.
right? Let's show people that you can put a little money up here and there, and your kids can graduate with maybe $20,000 in the bank. Who wouldn't love to have a little $20,000?
Yeah.
We know as adults that's not much, but guess what? Every business I've started, other than Hysyde, let me think. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. Most every business I started with less than $20,000.
Yeah.
Hysyde is not true. I started that with money that I saved from doing nails and everything like that.
Yeah.
But most of the businesses that I have started, I started it with less than $20,000. And I'm talking
Wow.
about the properties that I own. I'm talking about all of it. You
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah.
I know what $20,000 can do.
Yeah.
Especially when you're from where we from and we have had to learn how to work with nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? When you come from nothing and you had to learn how to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for dinner.
Yeah.
Spaghetti sandwiches.
That's why I came out with the wings.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody else would make them, but for me, I wanted
Please
to
bring them back.
resonate with my people and say, come on, y'all, listen. Peanut butter and jelly. Everybody know about this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody know about peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So when I was thinking about what I wanted to make for my wing of the week, that's why. Because I'm just like, I come from nothing. And I know what it feels like to eat peanut butter and jelly for dinner. Literally.
Me too.
And maybe even not even have any jelly sometimes.
Oh, my
Sometimes you might
life,
only
yeah.
have a little peanut butter.
We had the peanut butter, from Save a Lot
Oh,
that ripped the bread.
That ripped the bread.
That ripped the
But
bread.
guess what? You made that bread work. And you
Yeah.
made that peanut
And
butter
I said what it
work.
was.
You know
He
what I'm
laughing because he ain't never struggled, man.
Hey,
I'm from around.
Do you know where I'm from?
Oh, seriously?
yeah.
He don't know where I'm from, bro. You know I'm a
He
project
from the,
baby.
he from the block. He from
I'm
the
gonna be
Elbow
block.
Square
honest,
project.
But for
But
real,
Miss Nadine got him jiffy.
I'm glad she did. It was enough enough with Ma Dukes too. Trust me.
yeah, but being honest with you though, everything I've started for real, honestly, I started my businesses with less than $20,000, and I'm okay with saying that.
Yeah.
I didn't have no whole bunch of money.
Something is
I
better
started
than
it-
nothing.
Yeah, I started my businesses with a little bit of money, and even the business that really, honestly, makes the most money, I started with $5,000.
Yeah.
That made the most money. Started off with
makes the most money.
that was the least amount of capital you put in.
But the important
Get outta here.
the important thing is starting though. See, we don't know where to start sometimes, and we think we need this grand audience to start. Like you said, this could go back. Like when I started, I just I took my last like $20. I bought 2-3 t-shirts, a black one, a white one, a red one.
Yours is even better than mine.
Well, not. I mean,
No, I'm just saying.
yeah, just
$20. Like, come on, man, for real.
And then I
You know?
sold it, and then I had 50 orders by the morning and 300 by the end of the week. I'm not just saying that to boast
no.
about
No,
it,
it's
but
real.
but it's just that I had no audience. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
When we don't know how to start, and you said. We thought we was gonna have 15 to 20 people
That's
on
it.
this
Listen.
basis. So the message really is start. Get your 2, 3, 4, 5 clients. They're gonna grow every time. If I get you a shirt and you like it, somebody gonna see you and be like, "Oh, I want
start
one."
with intentions on working and that it might not work out.
Right.
See, I've
That's
had
the
plenty
thing,
of things
yeah.
that have not worked out, and I've had things that you got to stick in there
Yeah.
to make sure it work out.
Right.
When I started Airbnb. The first year I made $12,000.
Yeah.
I had 3 properties that I made $12,000 from, and that's crazy. That's
Combined?
not- yeah, and I only made $12,000 from them. You get what I'm
Wow.
saying? Because you got to, they're open. Nobody's living in them, so
Right.
that's not residual income.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So was you losing? Was you
I lost money, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
sometimes you lose to win.
To win.
You
Yeah.
don't always win to win.
Yeah.
Sometimes you lose to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to see the future a
Yeah.
little bit. And you have to
You got to be able to
patient.
navigate
Yeah.
through it.
You
yeah.
have to be patient. Everybody think, I got a property. I'm just going to start Airbnb and people going to rent it out. No. You got to get clients. You got to get people to come in there. You got to find somebody to clean it right. You got to make sure that
Maintain.
people are you're communicating with the people who's renting them out. You got to make sure you get reviews because people will leave and won't leave a review.
Yeah.
They'll have a wonderful time,
Yeah.
but they won't leave a review.
Right.
So you have to. So the algorithm works right once your business start picking up,
Right.
and then now the algorithm. But I didn't give up.
Right.
But you got some people who will start a business, and just because the first month it didn't work out or they didn't get a crowd the
Just
first
give
month,
up.
now they're like, oh my God, I can't do this. You know. But no. The thing about business is you can't give up.
Right.
Right.
You start, don't give up,
Stick to it.
and stick to it.
Grind.
And then even when you stick to it, you have to also be okay with failing.
Yeah.
It might not work.
It might not.
It might not work.
I dropped a
And
couple
it's
things that didn't go
okay.
as quick as I thought it was going to go.
Listen.
Now, hey,
It's literally okay.
Yeah.
You know
got-
how many people have failed and failed and failed that's billionaires and millionaires right now?
Yeah.
It's okay that it didn't work out.
Yeah.
pick yourself up and try again. If that's what you want to do, yeah. If that's what you want to do, you know,
Right.
some of us though have to realize too. Not everybody's an entrepreneur.
Right.
Some of us are
Right,
workers,
right.
and we need to stick in that lane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's okay too. It's
Yeah.
okay to be a worker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
okay.
I've been a worker. I travel all around the world and did nails for a company for years.
Yeah.
I taught a class. I created a class and I taught it.
Yeah.
And you know, even though that was still entrepreneurship kind of like things
In a
going
sense,
on,
right.
they noticed that and they're like, oh, this man know how to teach people how to make six figures. We're gonna put him on a team
Yeah.
and make him, you know, teach people all around the world how to do this.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
But I'm saying that it's okay to be a worker too.
And not, and
You know.
You gotta
and not
start
for nothing,
somewhere,
that
man.
is still work.
Right.
It's still
It's
work.
still work.
You gotta work,
You have to.
whether you punching the clock or doing the work for yourself.
And
or
it's
for
harder
others.
to be an entrepreneur. So I think that's why people sometimes they don't understand that, right?
Yeah, they
Like
just-
you might sell 300 t-shirts
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you might sell this, but then you got to look at the next step. So I can't take that, you know, $20,000 home that I just made.
Mm-hmm.
I got to take 15 of it, invest it back, and still keep the other 5 just in case something
Something
happens with that
happens.
15.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So sometimes you don't even get paid.
Right.
Everybody else around you might be paid, but you're not paid.
That's the part
they
they
see
don't
the- they
don't-
see
they
the-
don't
they
talk
see the
about enough.
glamour part of it, or the
me and Samara, honestly, Samara and I just started paying ourselves. Most people don't believe that, but we just started paying ourselves.
Wow.
We got our business. We said we're going to pay it off in 2 years. We did that. And we just, after we paid our business off, we said, okay, now let's pay ourselves a stipend.
Yeah.
Not even a, you know, we pay, and most of the time our employees, they checks are bigger than ours because we're trying to make sure that when it is time to grow, that we have that in the tuck to so we can grow and we can be comfortable.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? We're
Right.
not like, you know, scratching our head like, oh, how are we gonna fix this floor or how are we gonna fix this, you know? So definitely. People start your business, but also know that when you start it, it might not be what you want it to be
Yeah.
right away.
Right away.
Don't give up. And if you fail at it, if you know, pick yourself up and try again. We don't succeed at everything we do.
Right.
You know, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Failure is not like a bad thing.
That's right.
Sometimes failure is, oh, I failed.
a
Yes,
lesson.
I might be broke.
Yeah.
Yes, I might be this. But guess what? I'm picking myself up and I'm going to try again. And that's really the winning.
It's all about
the
learning
win.
from it. You got to
Yes.
learn from them failures. If
Yeah.
you don't, then you don't really gain nothing from
Exactly.
it. But
It's a lesson for real. And I'm thinking about it, I ain't paid myself yet. God damn.
Yeah, you got to
Good.
pay yourself. When it's
Because
time.
I give it all back, you know what I mean? When it's time, like you said, when it's
When it's
time,
time.
like, because when I make it, I put it right back in.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, yeah.
But one day you're going to make it, you're going to be like, oh, this is a little extra. Now I can pay myself.
Yeah.
This is a little extra.
I do enjoy myself and stuff like that. And I guess that's the part of, I guess, paying myself. I go out and I enjoy myself. And
Right.
but then at the same time, for the most part, it's just going right back in and recreate. Mm-hmm. So,
Love it.
So I got a question. This is for both of y'all, if y'all want to answer it. How was it overcoming the adversity? Because you know you had your mishaps and stuff like that happen at Hysyde when it comes to the community. So how was it for y'all and the whole team to overcome that adversity and be able to push forward through, you know, the incidents that happened within Hysyde or outside of Hysyde?
Yeah, so really quickly, like, you know, first of all, it's an establishment that, you know, sell food and liquor, right? And we already know sometimes when people get a little liquid courage, they do a lot. The particular event that happened that, you know, got all over the news or whatever, you know, when that event happened, of course, we were all outside. We were trying to make sure everybody stayed in or whatever like that. But those actual individuals didn't even have drinks at Hysyde. They came there after they were, you know, already somewhere else. And, you know, Hysyde is that place where we kind of get really busy at the end of the night because our kitchen does stay open pretty late. So we kind of get that overcrowded at the end of the night. And so, you know, we took precautions like we should have. You know, we called ambulance. We did everything we were supposed to do. But how we overcame it, I think, is just honestly being authentically ourselves. We love people, and we made that be known. Like, look, listen, we love people. We know that we try to keep people safe here.
Yeah.
We can't help that somebody went to their car and did something weird after they left out of Hysyde.
Yeah.
You know, our security broke the people up. They put them in their cars like they were supposed to, but then they came back out. You know how sometimes people, they just got to prove a point.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they came back out and they did what they did. But of course, we have, you know, a particular neighbor that kind of records everything that happens at Hysyde. And then you would have never even really known about it, because when the police came, they're like, we never have to come here.
Yeah.
Right.
Honestly.
Right.
Hysyde has been open almost 4 years now. Literally, you can still count on these 4 fingers how many times anything has happened.
Yep.
And then even with it being on the news, it definitely was it was immaturely put out there that Hysyde might be a nuisance.
Yeah,
Definitely
that
we're not
part
a
killed
nuisance.
me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, definitely they had to take that back.
Of
because
course.
that's totally untrue.
Of course.
And that's why we wasn't even worried about it. Of course, you have to call your legal team. You have to call everybody in place to make sure you're safe and your business is safe. And, you know, we definitely reached out to some of our public leaders. You know, we reached out to some people that we have connections with, and also comes to Hysyde and know the kind of place it is.
Yeah.
Right.
And so reaching out to them, talking to them, and us all just really taking the time to say, okay, why did this happen?
Yeah.
You know, what can we change to make sure this doesn't happen again? And also, you know, what really needs to happen to try to get the message out there to our community. Like, hey, y'all, why are we fighting
Why
each
we
other?
fighting?
Why
Yeah.
are we doing this to each other?
Right.
And honestly, about something so like
minute.
something so minute.
Yeah.
You know, just somebody being like, oh, he looking at my girl or something. I
Right.
mean, something so minute, you know, that it really is just not worth it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, guys, why can't we just come together, have a vibe, and just really have a good time and go home safely to our children? Because most of us,
the
after
goal.
25, most of us have children, right?
Right.
Exactly.
So 95% of the time, if you in Hysyde, you already got kids.
Yep.
Yeah,
Don't you have children to go
You got
home
stuff to live for.
Yeah.
Something
Don't
to
you
live
have something
for.
to live for? You have things to
Ain't
live
got-
for.
yeah, you ain't got nothing to lose.
You know,
I mean,
honestly, with
you
our
got a lot
team,
to lose.
Yeah. With our team, the biggest thing for us to overcome that was just, let's be authentically who we are. We know we love people. We know we want people to be safe and have a good time and have a good vibe. We're not stopping that.
Yep.
You know, because that's who we are.
Yeah.
We want you to come in. We're not having a DJ. We're not having security. We're not going to serve decent drinks. We're not going to serve you know, good food.
Yeah.
You know, we just want people to understand that we want you to come out and have a good time. So what we did, we put up those signs that say zero tolerance.
Zero.
Yeah.
Zero tolerance. That means if you get in an argument, you get
Yeah.
put out.
I bet
Okay.
so many people lately.
Listen, listen. If you
not
come with
playing.
aggressive
Yeah, you can.
behavior,
Yeah.
you're getting put out.
playing.
Right.
You know, and that's just what it is. We cannot risk our whole business because you looking at somebody funny, or you know, you came in and it's a little crowd and somebody bumped against you. You're going to get bumped.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Period.
That's
Yeah.
part of
Or
that's part
somebody
of it.
stepped on your Gucci's. Well, why are you wearing Gucci's in here anyway?
Yeah.
If you don't want them to get
If you don't
stepped
want 'em to
on,
get stepped
listen,
on.
Right.
If you can afford to wear your Gucci's and they can get stepped on and scuffed on,
Yeah.
by all means, please wear them. I love it.
Don't
You
do that
know?
broke behavior.
Yeah, but we
You can buy another
definitely-
pair if you got the money like that.
You know, and I mean, you know, for me, honestly, how we overcame it, honestly, right? We just sat with our team. We went over what we can change to make sure this doesn't happen again. But we also talked about how we can't control people and we can't control what people do outside of here.
Right.
You
That's-
understand what I'm saying? We definitely can make sure and try to make sure people get to their cars safe if they get into it
Yeah.
and everything like that. We definitely can maybe see that somebody might have a little tension and maybe, you know, get them separated before it even escalates or whatever like that. But also we cannot babysit adults.
No,
Right.
no.
We
Yeah, you
cannot
gotta
babysit adults.
gotta-
And if this type of stuff happens on the North Shore all the time, every
weekend.
But we know
South
why.
side too.
Listen, we know why we was on the news, right?
Right.
We ain't gotta say
I-
it.
Right.
We
yeah.
know why.
Right.
And it's okay. It's okay because just how we grew up, just how we had to fight when we grew up, we have to fight in our businesses and things
That's a
like that as
fact.
well.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have
Fact.
to fight to take our kids to
Big
decent
facts.
schools as well, just like that.
Yeah.
We have to fight in everything we do as black people, as brown people, we have to fight. And so
Absolutely.
this is no different for us, right?
Right.
We already know we have to fight to be successful. We have to fight to, do anything that's powerful and that's touching the community. We have to fight. And they know that too.
Yeah, they do.
know that. And they know when to step off too.
Yeah.
Because you see, they seen that outpour and they said, oh, maybe
wow.
we got it wrong a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe you do.
Yeah.
Because guess what? In this building, all we want to do is spread love. And honestly, that's the same thing down at Youngers. They want to do the same thing. They want to spread love. That's the same thing at Eon. They want to spread love. That's the same thing at our Proof. Proof, same way.
Yeah.
All those people, we know all of those people personally.
Yeah.
Right, all good
All
people.
we want to do and all those people and those owners want to do is spread love. You know what I mean? Even people try to put you against them other people, right? Like, hey, listen, we all talk on the
all
phone.
cool.
We
Yeah.
all talk about everything like that, man. We ain't into that. Ain't nobody, listen, you're going to go here, you're going to go there, you're going to skip over there, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, and we all love it.
Yeah.
Because no one place can hold all
Everybody,
of these people
right.
anyway.
Exactly.
Right.
Can't no one place hold. If everybody went out one night, it wouldn't even be enough space.
Yep.
And we're going to see that when the draft comes. When the draft comes, we're going to literally see that we all can make, and we all do well.
Yeah.
We all do well. All of us do well.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Authentically, you might like here. Authentically, you might like here. Authentically, you might like here. But for us, how we got through that is just authentically being ourselves.
us.
Just spreading love and just letting our team know, hey, y'all, we love y'all. We not letting this just damage us.
Right.
Let's spread love to our customers. Let's spread love to each other. And let's keep on. We're going to open up. We're going to do what we do. And that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And that's just it. And let the top be the top. Our lawyer handle what they need to handle.
Yeah.
And me and Samara and I's gonna handle what we need to handle. Mark is gonna do what he need to do.
Yep.
The cook's gonna do what they need to do. The cleaner's gonna do what they need to do.
Yep.
The bartender's gonna do what they need to do. And that's it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Team
And
effort.
then-
Team effort.
I know we had Mike Reed on a couple weeks ago. He was talking about bringing everybody coming together and like, what was it, like a
Doing
system?
like
I talked to him about
Doing
that.
like a cookout type deal or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that,
Oh,
an
yeah, we
outdoor
definitely-
event type
we
deal, something like that.
definitely
Yeah.
getting together.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like as
Like
far as
the
the security
banning
go.
system.
Oh,
yeah,
like-
yeah.
So what we're trying
somebody did something
what
here,
we
yeah,
talked
yeah.
about was basically kind of putting together a, where we go out, kind of like the owners and everything, kind of getting together and creating a team where it's almost like a group where we're talking about, problem people, people that's just a problem. Like, oh, they're a problem over there. Oh, they're a problem over
Yeah.
there. So guess
Like a
what?
nuisance watch or something like that.
Now, if you're a problem, when we get this together, if you do something one place, honestly, they have the power. They're going to have the power to call all around
Make like a database.
and make a
type of
database
thing.
to it
Yeah.
because we honestly
We
don't want to
tired.
lose our
Yeah,
business.
but you know what's crazy? That's going to shut the whole thing down with the all the incidents that happen on everywhere.
Yeah.
Because now you can't go nowhere.
Right.
So
burnt.
no,
Yeah,
you
you
ain't
can't-
going to Proof.
you
You,
ain't
you
going-
done did this here. You ain't
Yeah.
going over there.
Right,
You
you're
ain't
not
going to
going over here.
you know what I mean, the Hysyde. You ain't
Yeah.
going to Eon.
Right.
It ain't going. Nah.
Because the thing about it is that we have to keep our businesses going.
Yeah.
And with violence, if they feel like it's going to be violence all day, they're not going to let you stay open for real. That's their
Right.
one tactic that they know that we,
Yeah.
they know they like
Yep.
period. But even though it happens everywhere else, a lot of things happen everywhere else. But when we do something or something, one little thing
it
happens
get
somewhere
highlighted.
where we frequent,
Yeah.
then it's highlighted.
Yeah.
Period. It's highlighted. And we have to learn as a people that that's just how it is.
Yeah.
We do one thing. You can drive in a nice car and have tinted windows and automatically you're a drug dealer.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Automatically.
Happened to me.
It happens to me all the time where I live.
Yeah.
I got stopped. We was on a
We was on a
Zoom
call.
meeting.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
literally I got pulled over. I said, why you pulled me over, sir? Guess what he said to me? Because I'm allowed. I said, hey, guess what? Okay, and so can I reach in my pocket and get my ID for you? Because everything here is
It's
all
legit.
good.
It's all
Yeah, my
legit.
papers
You
are
wasting
legit.
your time, dude.
But when we understand that as a people, not that it's right and not that it's fair, but life ain't fair.
Right.
Right. So not that it's right, not that it's fair, but we're still fighting for our rights as we are we still in Black History Month? Is this still
This the
Black-
last day.
This the last day. So this is a good time to talk about it, right?
Hell yeah.
Listen, we're still dealing with adversity, right?
Bring the grill out, man.
We are still dealing with adversity.
Yeah.
Even though, like I said, we all are successful men and we all deal with it all the time. Even in today's 2026,
Yeah.
we deal with those things. And we have to learn that we have to act accordingly. And it's okay.
Yep.
It's okay to act right.
Yes, you got
You know,
to.
it's okay.
It's the right thing to do to
It's
act
the right
right.
thing
It's the
to
right
do.
thing.
But we
Especially as
wanna
an
come
adult
out-
growing up, you got to act right.
Right. But we don't understand why all of these rules and regulations is put in place from our businesses and everything like that. But it's just like, come on, y'all. This is why.
Right.
Because we have to keep our businesses safe.
Right. Mhm.
We do. We have to keep them safe, and we have to keep people coming, and we want somewhere for people to go.
Exactly.
You know? That's
Yep.
that.
And have somewhere to go for us. So,
yeah.
Yeah, the community got to be held more accountable too.
Yeah,
because I'm sick
absolutely.
of people, complaining. Oh, we don't never got nowhere to go.
This or that
this
to
and that,
do.
this and that. Well, stop doing the BS
and
outside of
stop
the our
preaching that.
establishments
Yeah,
that we
gotta
like to have fun at.
Be
Like,
good people. Raise your kids right.
Right, yes.
Raise your teens right.
Yes.
Give them the good message. A lot of respect has gone out the window, and you can see that like in interaction on a day-to-day basis.
Yes.
But please teach your kids to be good kids, because
Right.
everybody don't play about their kids.
Right.
And we don't want them problems to escalate
Right. To
no
more
further than
problems.
any problem
Right.
that we already don't want.
Right.
Yep.
So teach your kids to be good people. Teach your teens to be good young adults, young ladies. And then as an adult, as a parent, you just got to act accordingly, and everything will be smooth. You
You're
ain't
right.
got to worry about all the extra stuff. You know?
we all
That's-
grown.
yeah,
End of the day,
definitely.
we all got stuff to live for.
We got
That's
y'all
simple.
brought us some gifts
Oh yeah,
with the
definitely.
food.
We brought you some.
yeah.
Listen, we
You
brought
want
you some
some
things. We
Want
brought
some
you some
wings?
things by. You know, we got 3 of our best flavors.
let me open these.
These flavors are the flavors that people buy
Yeah.
the most at Hysyde.
Yeah,
So we
absolutely.
have our sour
Did they
cream
see
and
it?
onion. You know, we about to call them the Stevie Coles. We
The
have.
Stevie cream and onions.
Then we have our Hysyde wing dust.
Oh, we got to pause that. That might
That's
have
that
been
right
crazy
there,
right
yes.
there.
That's,
Yeah.
You know, that's definitely number 1. Yeah, Hysyde wing
High
dust.
side wing dust.
Then we have our dry honey garlic parm. The dry honey garlic parm
Yeah, yeah,
is definitely
yeah.
one of the
Yeah,
top
I'm
sellers.
love them ones
And
right
of
there.
course, our egg rolls.
The steak egg
The
rolls,
steak
yeah.
egg rolls, the Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. Top seller. Top seller.
I just had some on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Two batches.
There go the cam right there. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Then we have our seafood egg
Oh, the
rolls.
seafood
That's
one with
another
the-
top seller. Definitely.
Oh, my
It's
God, with
winter
the-
time. Come
with
by
the-
and get your seafood
with,
egg
with
rolls.
the sweet and sour sauce. Oh my god.
Fire.
These
Got a fire
is
fish
5 of the
sandwich, too.
items that keep us open.
Oh my god, man.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. And of course, Sunday brunch. I couldn't bring y'all none of that, but
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
Sunday
no,
brunch.
this is
definitely.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
Appreciate this.
We
Yes,
Yes,
I
appreciate
appreciate you
that,
guys.
man.
Listen, I appreciate you guys inviting us out.
Thank you.
Definitely,
No,
man.
Thank you for
Oh, the
coming.
kicking game.
Thank you for giving us some of your time. Yeah, if you we got a segment called Kick It Game.
Yeah.
If you could give some game or insight back, we kind of did it a little bit throughout the whole episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you could give the audience a little bit of game of like. If they're trying to get into being a business owner,
Okay.
open a club or anything of the sort, but yeah,
And that's what I need to do right now.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Just
And what is it called?
kicking game, just kicking game,
Kicking game.
kicking
All
game,
right,
just
so
kick-
kicking game.
Yeah.
So if I had to give anybody anything about kicking game, it would be honestly, get up and go to work.
Yeah.
Get up and go to work. You know what I'm saying? Don't be all like, oh, I don't want to work. Oh, my feet hurt. Oh, this and that. Get your ass up and go get some of that money.
Scrape your cords and your bunions off.
Get
Soak
up
your
and
feet
get some of that
before-
money. You know what I mean?
Please.
You want to be a boss? You got to act like a boss. You got to get up and we're moving like a boss. You can't think
Absolutely.
you're gonna be you can't be a boss before you a boss.
You gotta get into
You know
the
what I mean?
trenches with it.
You
gotta go
cannot
through
want to
the
sweat
mud.
your haircut out. I sweat my haircut out. I get my haircut every week.
Yeah.
Listen, by Sunday, I'm looking like I ain't even have a haircut. Listen, for real, I'm telling you, man. So just kicking game, honestly, just get up. You got to go to work, man. You got to work, and you got to work with your team. If you got a team, you got to work with them. And if you don't have a team, you got to get up and get yourself moving and just keep it pushing.
Yes,
You know?
sir.
Don't worry about what people got to say about you. People gonna have a lot to say about you.
Yeah.
Period. They're gonna have a lot to say.
Yeah.
Don't try to impress people. It's not worth it. Do what you can
Goddamn
do.
right.
Do the best you can do. Do your best, and you should be good.
That's
Absolutely.
it. About you, Big Mark.
Like,
Say
like-
BJ pretty much said it all.
yeah,
Yeah.
like he pretty much said it all. But for me, it's just be a good person.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
it. You go a
That's-
long way
that's
with that.
like one of my everyday motives is just be a good person to somebody.
Yep.
Because it doesn't pay off to be a bad person.
I know.
Not at
You
all.
live by that
It's
too.
just
You
like-
definitely
Not
live.
at all.
This man right
Oh,
here
yeah.
live by that.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So he ain't even saying nothing he don't live by.
Absolutely.
And I definitely get up and go to work.
Yeah.
So I ain't saying nothing I don't live by either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all day.
Yeah.
All
And we
day.
do
Even if I
too.
know I ain't getting a check, I get up and I still go to work because you know what? Just when people see that, you know what I mean? When you know you might not get a check and you still going your hardest.
Yeah.
Listen, man, that is literally game.
Yes,
Go your
sir.
hardest whenever
It's gonna
you
come
have to.
back around. It's gonna come
gonna
around.
definitely. And even if it's not in monetary form,
Yeah,
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get the respect too because
Yeah.
even like I see it, it's
Yes.
just like he be working every day, all day, and he's
Yeah.
still coming in cooking,
As he
be
should,
there,
and they
it's just
setting the
like,
example
man.
for the team.
Right,
Like if
right.
I'm doing it and I'm a
Right,
co-owner of this
exactly.
place, you got to do it. So
That's right.
yeah.
It's like a different respect level.
And we all do
yeah,
it.
yeah,
And hey,
absolutely.
guess what? But honestly, I'm gonna tell you something. I appreciate you guys, man. I can't tell you enough. I see you guys all the
Yeah.
time. I see y'all come through and support.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I love it and
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I love seeing you guys' faces.
Yeah.
And I mean, we can't even ask for a better customer base.
Yeah.
We can't. Honestly, we can't. We have since the day we opened our doors. You guys have been coming, supporting us.
Yep.
And we truly, truly appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Appreciate the establishment welcoming us in.
That's been episode 22.
Oh, one
as
more.
G said.
Hysyde, follow you at Hysyde Lounge,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Tell them.
Hysyde Lounge socials.
Oh shoot.
Socials.
Hysyde Lounge.
Hold on. Now I'm gonna
It's
get in trouble for this.
Hysyde Lounge.
Hold on. First, I know I don't have any social media guys,
Good.
and and it's not. I don't really want to compare myself to anybody else. And I noticed like early on in my life when like MySpace was out and everything like that it can tend to make you do those things.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of kept myself away from that.
Yeah.
Now, definitely, I'm in all of the videos trying to make the food. We trying to come up with different content. Shout out to our content, content team and our social media team.
Yeah.
Shout out to them
Yeah.
because we realized that's where our gap was and we needed to fill it, and we definitely did that, and we have a lot of room to grow. But shout out to them. But I sit down. We try to come up with concepts to do things, but I don't know anything that's going on social media
Okay.
unless somebody screenshot it and send it to me, even our own stuff.
Okay.
The only way I see it if it's on our content flyer, or sometimes Marcus will be like, look at this looks good, good it is. Or Samara might send it to me, but I do try to keep myself away from those things.
Yeah.
Just for my peace and the way how I think about things.
Yeah.
I don't want to do any of that.
Yeah, we'll tag y'all in it whenever
But,
we post an
Marcus
episode.
knows.
So yeah,
Marcus knows.
I believe it's
definitely-
Hysyde Lounge.
It's definitely Hysyde Lounge on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Yeah, yeah.
Emails hysideinc@gmail.com if
Yeah.
you want to apply for that
Yeah.
cook position.
We need a cook. We need a cook.
need a cook.
I need a cook. I need a cook.
need
I
a
actually
cook,
need two
man.
cooks. But honestly, for real, the reason why it is so hard, is because we go off a vibe. We do. The vibe has to be right. And regardless of, I got to stay in the kitchen a couple months longer or whatever like that.
Yeah.
The vibe got to be right.
Yeah.
You got to be able to fit into
Gotta
our
mesh,
team.
Yep.
mesh
You
well.
have to mesh well with our team. You come with the messiness and all of that, it's just not going to work. So thank you guys again.
No problem. We
you.
appreciate y'all coming
Appreciate
on. That's
y'all.
been episode 22. Certified Game Talk that's real. Game that's official. I'm Original Picks, world famous. This is G. He's crushing the Hysyde wings right now. Fire. Hey, stop by this weekend. It's going down.
Shout out to
down.
M2 in the background.
Hey.
Love you, M.
Sticking around for us.